Now we will focus on the parasympathetic fibers influence on the parotid gland, and we'll see the picture. Here the preganglionic fibers which control the parotid gland arise from the inferior salivatory nucleus, which are placed at the level of the medulla oblongata, in the upper part of the medulla oblongata, which is right above here. So we see the inferior salivatory nucleus from where the autonomic nervous system, that is the parasympathetic fibers, arise from the medullary region here, medulla oblongata. So it is situated right here, and these nerves pass through the tympanic branch of the glossopharyngeal nerve, that is the ninth cranial nerve, through this way, and through the glossopharyngeal nerve it passes through the tympanic plexus and towards the lesser petrosal ganglion, which is over here, and from the lesser petrosal ganglion it leads to the otic ganglion till here. So the preganglionic fibers start from the medulla oblongata and ends at the otic ganglion, and then the postganglionic fibers extend from the otic ganglion and supply the parotid glands right here. And in this picture we can see the clear pathway of the nerves from the inferior salivatory nucleus to the otic ganglion, where the preganglionic fibers are present, and from the otic ganglion the postganglionic fibers supply the parotid glands. And we'll write the notes, and they arise from inferior salivatory nucleus. I'll write inferior INF and salivatory nucleus at the medulla oblongata. And if you remember the parasympathetic fibers which control the submandibular and the sublingual glands, the preganglionic fibers arose from the superior salivatory nucleus at the levels of the pons. So those fibers arose from the pons, and these fibers which control the parotid glands arise from the medulla oblongata, and from the medulla oblongata they pass through the tympanic branch of the glossopharyngeal nerves, and from the glossopharyngeal nerve they pass towards the tympanic plexus, and from the tympanic plexus they pass through the lesser petrosal nerves that leads to the otic ganglions. So this is the pathway for the preganglionic fibers. And the postganglionic fibers arise from the otic ganglion, which supplies the parotid gland. So we say that the parasympathetic fibers have some influence on the parotid gland. Now we will see how it influences on the parotid glands, that is the function of these parasympathetic fibers. So I'll write the functions. And generally these parasympathetic fibers stimulate the secretion of the salivary glands with large quantity of water. So they just involve in increasing the salivary secretion with large quantity of water, with more water and less ionic contents. And they stimulate and activate the acinar cells of the salivary glands that dilates the blood vessels of the salivary glands, and this in turn stimulates the salivary secretion. So they activate the acinar cells, that is the basic functional unit of the salivary glands. So they activate the acinar cells which dilates the blood vessels of the glands. So when the blood vessels are dilated, it ultimately increases the salivary secretion. And the main neurotransmitter which is involved in this process is acetylcholine. So the neurotransmitter involved is acetylcholine.